Today's topic, compounding time. Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you up-level what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and yes, your business. Here I am parked right outside the gym, about to go in for a killer workout, swing some kettlebells, some maces around. I'm really excited and pumped about it. But I had a busy day, and busy in the sense that we had people visiting our house. My son just turned 1. So all kinds of these activities that are fun stacking on each other. And I wasn't able to fully immerse myself in my daily morning routine, kind of the mindset work that I do and questions I ask myself and the process that I go through each and every day to get me to my journey, right? To get me through my journey, I should say, but get me to the end point that I'm working on right now. And so I want to share with you a trick that I've been using for many years, and that is the idea of taking your mindset work or your hour of power or your morning miracle, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names out there these days, it's ridiculous. But whatever works for you, condensing it down for a typical commute time. So for me, it's less than 10 minutes, right? Because I just don't have to drive that much. And when I do drive, I'm going like 10 hours, right? Because I'm going up to Alaska or I'm traveling to the East Coast for adventures. So whatever it is for you. Some of you don't commute very much like myself, very rarely drive, and you enjoyed the author of your own story lifestyle already. Others of you are driving an hour or so one way to work. So what I do is I record it, professionally record it. And I say professionally as I use the best recorder possible for myself. I use a nice microphone. I also get myself in state. And when I say state, I'm getting myself excited and getting myself kind of pumped up or in the mood that I want to represent through my voice. So on my drive to the gym, and that's about 15 minutes, hitting lights and such, to this particular facility. And on my way there, I was able to listen to my morning routine and obviously drive safely, but putting myself in the zone, asking myself the questions. Who do I have to be in order to, have this 300 plus acre retreat? Who do I have to become? Because I don't own one. I'm looking at buying a center where my clients can actually fly in from all over the world and stay with my wife and I and be totally immersed in our coaching. And so that's what I'm looking for right now and one of my goals. But who do I have to be in order? And so then I pause and I give myself time to think. So I've recorded the question, and it depends on your morning routine. If you have questions about morning routines, shoot me a message. I'm happy to share some of mine, the ones I've used with clients in the past. But then I pause, right? So when I'm recording it, I actually answered internally, right? So I give myself that time, a little more seconds, and then I move on to the next question or the next thought process, depending on what that is. For example, what are 5 things that I'm grateful for right now? And then I list them off. I say, well, number 1, I'm really grateful if my wife takes care of my son. Number 2, etc. And I give myself that space and time. Now, why is this significant? Well, one is I'm always in that mindset of gratefulness and who's the man that I get to become in order to have this, high-end retreat center for people to come in as coaching clients. I love working with people. It's my passion. And so I want this to be the best. And who do I get to be? Well, one is taking care of my health, and that's why I'm here on a bonus time for the second time of the day. But that's important to me. And when I ask that question, it's that constant question, like almost like an album. We talk about this a lot in the Daily Growth Hacks. It's constantly playing through my head of who do I get to become to achieve this goal, right? And so I ask you this question, who do you get to become? And can you utilize things like this, recording yourself and then playing it back? Playing it back on your mobile device, playing it in your car while you're commuting and while you're jogging. This actual one I was listening to today on my commute is designed for me to do while running in the morning. And the reason I can tell it's designed for me to do it, not only because I did it, but also because I give myself motivational talks like, hey, let's go, pick up the pace. You got this. And I coach myself through the run. I'm human and I get tired, and there's oftentimes like it's cold or whatever in the morning, or it's too hot, whatever it may be. And I just don't want to do it. But I use this going through. And then I go into music, right? So then I go into my music or podcast or whatever it is I'm listening to on the rest of the run. But this sets the tone. And it's also a non-negotiable for me. And what I did is I set up this system to make it easy for it not to be a non-negotiable for me, to make it extremely easy. And that's what I invite you to do. So I invite you to do this. Grab your journal, 5 to Thrive, write out key questions and what your goals you want in your 5 to Thrive. And so, for example, if you want to be 10% body fat, who do I have to be in order to be 10% body fat? What are the habits I have to instill? And then you can list them out to yourself, as you're running or driving, hey, look, in order to be 10% body fat, I need to drink a gallon of water a day. I need to have greens with every meal. I need to have a protein with every meal, whatever it is for you. I'm just using this as an example, but do that for each of your characteristics of your 5 to Thrive. If you're a coaching client of mine, of course, we're going to go with fun, growth, and wealth as well. And who do you have to be above and beyond that in the roles of your life? And then record it and then play it back for yourself on your MP3 player while you're on the road, on the way to the gym like I am, or whatever it is you're doing. But whatever you do, make it fun, make it energetic, and I love to hear from you. So please share with me your recordings. I'll keep them between you and I unless you let me share them with other people who are looking for resources and inspiration. And on that point, make sure you share this with at least 3 people so you can build your conversations, build your tribe, so you're having conversations that matter. And make sure you're signed up for the Author of Your Own Story newsletter, where you can always get tips, tricks, and techniques delivered right to your inbox. That's it for me today. I'm going to go swing the mace, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below, and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these Daily Growth Hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.